Now from Safeco Field in Seattle, MLB The Show is on the game series between the Colorado Rockies and the Seattle Mariners. It's Mariners baseball, and it's next. Felix Hernandez gets the starting nod for the M's. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. It seems like the more trouble he gets in, the better he pitches. Really tough to hit with runners in scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why his team loves when he's out on the mound. He doesn't give up very many crooked numbers.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. First pitch of the at bat on its way. First pitch swinging as this one's hit on the ground to second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. Debra, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hope.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo home run that time for Ian Desmond. Number 13 for him on the year, and the Rockies are out to a 1-0 lead.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around.
The 0-1 delivery. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Rockies are on the board first thanks to this. Chad Bettis gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Chad Bettis is all about attitude. Not a very big guy, but he's not afraid to attack the strike zone. Good fastball, 93 to 95, with a little bit of sinking action on it. Has a curveball and a slider, an occasional changeup. One of the keys to know if he's on early, getting some outs early on in counts.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Well, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. 4-2 over the last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them. Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
In now the Mariners DH, Nelson Cruz. He enters this one second in the American League in round trippers. The 1-0 home. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on it.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hit.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop-up strikeout, something to get you back in this inning.
That misses. 1-2.
Yep, 1-2.
Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not just yet. This one's fouled back, still 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. They get the force at the plate. Relay to first is too late, so no double play, but no run scores. So as we take another look, this was going to be a tough ball to get two on going home to first, so they'll be content with the force out at the plate. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle. Chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. And he takes a cold strike one.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Into the gap in left center. This is down, and it'll head for the wall. One run scores. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. Throw to third, but he's in there as they jump out ahead with 3 runs scoring on the play. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result, he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. Been feeling pretty good about things recently as you see the numbers over his past 10 contests.
Hey, after giving up that extra base hit right there, I love the fact that he came back with much better location, much better execution. That might have woke him up.
Comes set, now the pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And he recovers to make the play, so a run is across to score, but they do record the second out.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
In now, Jose Aviles. No balls and 1 strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. Story throws it in. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So it's 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and no one left. We'll head to inning number 2 here at Safeco. It's the Mariners 4 and the... Here's Nolan Arenado. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway, out to deep center. And this one is gone, a home run.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
In is Gerardo Parra.
The left fielder, number 8.
As he rips it on the ground to second. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And let's focus on Kyle Seager right here. Former Gold Glove third baseman, plays a reliable third base. I think something that he does better than anybody is his ability to come in on those swinging bunts or guys trying to lay a bunt down on him. He has the ability to have such soft hands and make that off-balance throw to first base.
Popped him up. Just foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Base hit, line drive into the corner. Legs churning, he's headed for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
He's set, and the pitch. And a fastball. Ball just a bit up. Now the 1-0. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And that's off the left field wall. And that'll plate the run from second as the lead is trimmed to 4-3 now.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
So digging in now, Johnny Tolbert. And with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reddy is in pursuit, but he won't get there. It falls in. The relay throw, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him. And he is in there.
Now batting, designated hitter, David.
So stepping in, David Dahl, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. Line toward center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And that'll score the tying run. We're back to even 4 apiece.
Boy, there were big RBIs and big base hits, Dero, but none more than with 2 outs. A big 2-out knock right there. Not only ties things up, but keeps the inning going as well.
Yeah, just a great approach right there by the batter. You never know when your number's going to be called. You always want to pass the baton to the next guy behind you. Take the donut off your bat and trust in the teammate behind you. That is a huge knock and keeps the line moving.
He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back in standing. Dahl leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side. That will bring in Guillermo Heredia now. Set to lead off the home half of the second. Popped straight up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes 5 hits already for these guys.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. This is on the ground over to first. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Gene Segura is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. Oh, that one got the pitcher. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through this, he probably could, assuming. Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. 1 run scores. Here's a second runner around third. He comes across to score, and it is now 6-4.
Yeah, I'd like to see this one again because at first glance it looked like a routine play. And yeah, it was. He just misses it somehow, and 2 runs come across the score. That's beyond costly right there.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. They've got 2 already home in the inning and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. Line toward the alley in left center, and that gets down as he can't get there in time. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. That makes it 7-4.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a fastball, D-Lo, right there, because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from third.
Yeah, Dan, you can tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hit.
Chris Russin enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. The 0-1 pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. 3 runs already home here. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Kyle Seager, fresh off a bases clearing double his last time up. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. Cruz, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on. We've played. Digging in for his second at-bat, Charlie Blackmon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gamble sprinting after it. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Drilled down the line. Seager has it. And a long throw across the diamond gets him. That's a nice play.
The batter, number 20, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Ready for another chance. Nolan Arenado. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
1 out and a runner on third. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit on the ground out to short. There's Segura. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
First delivery to him on the way. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hit. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Stepping in now, Bradford Robinette. He swings and grounds it to short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Couple of hits lead to 1 in the inning for Colorado. We'll move on. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The 0-1 delivery. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. On the ground to the left side. And that's out number 1.
Up next for Seattle.
Digging in to try it again,
Second
Jose Aviles. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 0-1. Seared down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike two. Hit hard on the ground at first, and that is through into right field for a single.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
A bouncer up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Throw into third. Throw won't get him.
Hey, you know what? Right there, he executed a pitch. He can't worry about where it's going. He just wants to put it on the ground right there, give his defense a chance to work, and it found a hole. Period. The end.
Standing in now, Jesus Sucre. No balls and a strike to count. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Takes a knee-high fastball.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
There's one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. So they pick. Leading off. First pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball in for a strike. Ionetta has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Henniger moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Johnny Colbert. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is in the air out to left field. Gamble will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch on its way. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Gamble is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. So a strong. Gene Segura standing in. In previous meetings against Chris Russin, he's batting at a .385 clip. A ball and no strikes. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. A 1-1. Served out to left off the end of the bat. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Up and in. And this one sends him to the ground. It's ball 2.
This is a spot right here playing first base. You have to really be on your toes. With a runner on first, a left-handed hitter up in a 2-0 count, there's a pretty good chance if he hits this, he's going to hit it hard down that first base line. So if you're the first baseman right now, be on your toes and be ready for a bullet.
The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Nelson Cruz stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. So 1-1. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. The 1-2. Hard hit at third. Arenado has it. A throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. He's set. Here it comes. Try to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
8 runs, 11 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. Now a long throw home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Ready for another shot now. Kyle Seager hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. From the stretch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
I heard so many pitchers in my career in the dugout talk about you're only one pitch away from getting out of a nasty situation. This is perfect right here. A strikeout or a double play, and he can get right back in control of this inning.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that is through into center field. A base hit. Long throw to the plate, and this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, two-seamer, pitcher, sinker baller, what have you, you're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what happened right there. Miss middle.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. 1-0 pitch. That's wide, 2-0.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
3-1.
This is where, if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Digging in and looking for more, Jose Aviles. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
0-2 count, and the pitch. A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2. And he'll take strike 3 called, and he needed that one badly on the mound. 1 away. That will bring in Guillermo Heredia now. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. And this is going to plate at least 2 of those runners as it's down for extra bases. And it's not in time. He's safe, as they also score a pair of runs on the play. And he darn near makes this play in the outfield as we get a second look. Boy, stretches out as far as he can. Maybe could have had it with an all-out dive, but instead scored it as a double. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings 1 home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
So back to the top of the Seattle lineup, digging in, Gene Segura, runner in scoring position with Sugan. 1-0 the count. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
3-1 the count now. Rosenthal comes set, trying to work it full on 3-1. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. But 6 runs here in the inning have taken a close game and broken it wide open. We played 4 full. The Mariners are on top 13-5. Ready once again, Ian Desmond, 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the first inning.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1.
Nope.
And there's ball 2 now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to take right there. I'm not sure if you're guessing or you're sitting on a pitch, but boy, that was awfully close to being called a strike.
Ball even at 2-2. The 2-2. Hit on the ground to short. Segura has it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First offering on its way. A bounce it to the left side. Seager fields it cleanly. Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Riding in once again, Trevor Story. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. There's a good fastball from Hernandez that time. Strike 1.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
That's an obvious mistake on the pitcher's part. You speed him up with the first one, blow it right by him, and you do him a favor by giving him a changeup. I mean, that's a pitch he can handle right there.
Striding in for the Rockies, Nolan Arenado. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Here's the first pitch to him. He's running. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Story rounds 3rd and is digging for the plate. He'll score easily as they inch back here, but there's still a ways to go.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Seager is there, and the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Digging in once again, Ben Gamel, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there, 1-1. Line towards center field. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. So the base hit puts the first man aboard to start the inning for the Mariners.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Digging in now for the Mariners, Ryan Healy. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Blackman is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Third baseman, number 15, Kyle Seager.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Desmond is after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Seattle, but they still hold a relatively sizable lead. Striding in once again, Bradford Robinette. He'll be the first to greet Felix Hernandez to start the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Ground ball left side. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Oh, 1, here it comes. He's on the move again from first. Here's a swing and a ground ball for Seager down at third. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The batter, second baseman, Johnny Tolbert.
Ready for another shot now, Johnny Tolbert. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out to throw.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, Dero. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. 6 runs, double the amount of hits, and 2 errors on the Colorado ledger to this point. Popped him up. Here to take it is Seager, and that's out number 2. But 1's all they'll get as he's back in safely at second.
Now batting, right fielder, Ian.
Ready for another chance? Ian Desmond. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. They trail in this wild affair. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger.
Right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Therefore it is Blackmon, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Aviles. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Hit back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line him, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Jonathan Holder gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. That will bring in Guillermo Heredia now. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball looked at for a strike. Runners on the move for second. Strike taken to throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning. Ready once again, Jesus Sucre. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Holder benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes, doesn't walk many batters. However, they're hot shot to first base and a great play to end the inning. Mariners leave one. They still lead this one by a comfortable margin. Digging in once again, Charlie Blackmon is coming off a month in which he earned National League Player of the Month recognition.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Aviles backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Here's Nolan Arenado, his past batting line against David Phelps. Just a 1-for-12 career line. First pitch of the at-bat. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. Hit down the third base line, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Arenado swings, and this one is crushed out to left field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They trail by a bunch. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Gene Segura. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First pitch on its way. No balls and 1 strike. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Blackman is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
That ball's back.
That's lifted the other way out to left. In there, a base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confidence.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. A 2-run dinger off the bat of Nelson Cruz. 24 home runs for him on the season as they push this lead up to 9 now.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
1-1 is a curveball that misses high. Still only 1 out in the inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ryan Healy.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
And there's out number 2.
Third baseman number 15.
Digging in to try it again, Kyle Seager. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. A ball and no strikes.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Now batting, right
Digging in now for the Mariners, Mitch Haniger. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Here comes another 0-2. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
A ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Haniger. Line drive to center field. Blackman is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Seattle leads this one 15-6. Striding in for the Rockies, Gerardo Parra. He'll start us off in the 8th.
Gerardo Parra.
Here's the first pitch to him. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Aviles waits on it. 1 away. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. A solo shot here to left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as it's now down to an 8-run ball game.
Well, some people would say this homer is wasted because they're down so big tonight, but I'm not one of them. I think anything you can build on and take into the next game is valuable, and at least they're still battling.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. The Rockies find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
The batter, number 24.
Now at the plate, Johnny Tolbert. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Heredia. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. Digging in and looking for more, Jose Aviles, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Blackman, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting,
Coming to the plate now, Guillermo Heredia. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Holder is there for it. 2 gone. Next for Seattle, Jesus Sucre. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tucked, the hip tucked. Was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
Gene Segura standing in as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Sucre is off at first with 2 away. 2-1 count now to the Mariners' leadoff batter. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Looking at his lifetime numbers, Gamble is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year as this lead got even wider. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. And the first pitch misses to him. It's ball 1. And looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. And they've done it again. Back to back to back home run. It's a solo home run for Ryan Healy, number 13 for him on the year, as they just continue to pour it on here. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Working on a good line in this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So this already sizable lead. Try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The ninth inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a nod.
Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Hit to short. Segura fields it cleanly. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
Man, this throw is nowhere close. As we take a look at it, you can see it sail high and down the right field line of the bag. Not sure he rushed the throw or he just lost the grip as it left his hand, but he's not going to be happy with himself about that throw.
And a foul tip held onto here at strike one. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Roll, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day.
Notch one in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Set to deliver the 0-1. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gamble moves over, makes the play, and there are two gone now. Here's Nolan Arenado. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. Oh, and 1, here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is Heredia. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
And this will wind up being one of those kind of saves you used to see back in the 70s. I'll tell you, he was on fumes at the end there, but he found a way to get it done.
20-8 tonight. Seattle get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Felix Hernandez earned his 9th win of the year. Chad Bettis was unable to work out of the 2nd inning as he settled with the loss. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 57 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game trains will be available at the King Street Station, located just north of State Field. Metro Transit buses are also available at stations on First Avenue, Royal Broadway, and Edgar Martinez Drive.